The National Human Rights Commission (NHRC) has awarded 289 million naira in second compensation to 74 beneficiaries of police brutality. The compensation is awarded by the panel set up by the federal government in November 2020 following the End SARS protest, which was triggered by nationwide allegations of police brutality. The chair of NHRC governing board, Dr. Salamatu Suleiman, congratulated the petitioners for their belief in the human rights mechanism in Nigeria.
I want to use this opportunity to thank and congratulate all the petitioners for their belief in human rights mechanisms of Nigeria and for diligently presenting and pursuing their cases before the panel. On behalf of the Commission, I would like to extend our gratitude once again to all those who have supported this process, the federal government of Nigeria, the National Assembly who continue to support us, and for the support we have received while carrying out our mandate.
The Executive Secretary of the NHRC, Anthony Ojoku-San, described the occasion as a very significant in many respects.
I want to thank you for having faith in the Commission, for having faith in the government of Nigeria. We know what has happened to you is very sad. And that is why the panel has slaved itself for the past 2 years, struggling day and night to make sure that we try to bring some closure. The amount you are going to be paid today will not solve all the problems. And it can never be. Some of us have lost our relations, our fathers, our breadwinners, and so on and so on. You can never quantify that. But this is symbolic. To tell you, we have acknowledged the violation of your rights, and we are putting this forward in good faith to say we are sorry and that the government of Nigeria cares for you.
The chairman of the panel, retired Justice Suleiman Galadima, thanked everyone who made execution of the task possible in the 2-year period of the panel's assignment.
It is my fervent prayer that the federal government and state government should resolve as a matter of urgency and set aside a victim of compensation fund to settle awards of compensation as recommended by the various panels. I wish to further urge the National Economic Council that directed that these various panels to be established in all the states and the Federal Capital Territory to further direct that the National Human Rights Commission harmonize the various reports of all panels at states and much as ours at the federal level and submit to the federal government for quick action soonest. I wish to close my opening statement by thanking hardworking members of the panel, particularly Dr. Garba Tetengi's son, Barrister Tijani Muhammad Esquire, Alaji Mubarak Mijinyawa, and Alaji Abdurrahman Yakubu, who I saw today, who despite short notice decided to grace this occasion. I also thank and appreciate the hardworking and humble and amiable senior advocate, the State Secretary of the Commission, and its management team, especially Mr. Hilary Ogbonna Esquire, the Senior Human Rights Advisor, and the panel secretary. The panel legal consultant led by Professor Deji Adekunle, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. We thank also the legal team headed by Chief Chinonye Obiagu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, and the police defense team headed by CSP James Idachaba Esquire. We thank the press and distinguished invited guests. To the beneficiary of today's compensation, I say congratulations and will continue to wish many of you whose relative deceased, who are deceased, and who are victims. For Almighty God to give you courage to bear these various irreparable losses.
The secretary of the panel, Hilary Obona, gave the breakdown of the beneficiaries of the 289 million naira compensation.
We are here today to award compensation to 74 beneficiaries, and these beneficiaries are drawn from different aspects of the subject matter of the panel. And by this subject matter, I would want to just emphasize that out of the 74, 25 are for extrajudicial killings, 4 are for enforced disappearances, 25 are for torture, inhuman, and degrading treatment, 16 are for illegal arrest and prolonged detention, and 4 are for confiscation of property, extortion, and threat to life. Out of the 74 beneficiaries that are supposed to be paid today, 58 are ready to receive their dummy checks. Now, the rest are not ready for so many reasons, so that we make all of these things clear. Some of the petitioners are no more. Some of them have left this world. They are dead, and some of them even died within the last 8 months. So for those ones, we are still making arrangements with their families. You know, money matters. You also need to be very careful. So we are making arrangements with their families and their lawyers. And for some of them, we are also their lawyers. So we are just trying to find a way to sort things out. There are also those that don't have banking information. So for those ones that don't have banking information, we are waiting on them to give us banking information. And there are those that have also approached us to help them open up bank accounts. So we are doing all of those, but we don't want them to delay the process of the payment of the rest of the beneficiaries.